Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Aaron here, back in with another video, and this is going to be, as you can see, okay, once again this is live. That was remote, it fell. But anyways, this is going to be from the title above, my Survivor Series predictions. Now, there's not a lot of matches on here. There's only one Survivor Series traditional match on here, which doesn't make me very happy, but it is the match I probably would prefer to see. So first off, here we go. Beth Phoenix versus Eve for the Divas Championship. I say Eve will win. I mean, how much longer can you go on with the Divas of Doom thing? It's getting old. I'm getting tired of it. Pretty sure everyone else is. So I have Eve winning just to mix it up or something. Maybe give Eve the title or turn her heel against Kelly Kelly, or turn her heel. I don't know. Do something. I don't know. It's not really interesting right now. So Eve goes over Beth Phoenix, and so on. Now I just found this out today while I was writing down all the Survivor Series matchups on my index cards, and I just found this out when I logged in on WWE.com. Dolph Ziggler is going to defend his U.S. title against John Morrison. Stupid idea. They did this last time at Vengeance. They had Dolph Ziggler defend the U.S. title against Zack Ryder, and then they had him in a match for the tag team titles. Well, first they had him in a tag team title match, then against Zack Ryder, and he won. He lost the title. He lost the tag team match, and then won the U.S. title match. So they're doing this again with Dolph Ziggler. I don't understand this, and why of all people? Yeah, John Morrison got one victory over Dolph Ziggler. Zack Ryder, how many victories has he had? Like 3 or 4 over him in a non-title match on Raw. John Morrison, of all people, has won one match on Raw since, I don't know, maybe August? Since SummerSlam? I think SummerSlam? But, of all people, John Morrison. Seriously? And then you're going to have Dolph Ziggler compete again in a 5-on-5 match where he's on Team Barrett. Now, this wouldn't have happened if Christian didn't get hurt. But unfortunately, he got hurt with an ankle injury, and Dolph Ziggler took his place. But then you have to have him defend his U.S. title in a title match against John Morrison. I can see both sides. I can see why they give the title to Morrison. Dolph Ziggler has held this title since, Capital Punishment? He won the title at Capital Punishment, I think, against Kofi Kingston. He's had the title for that long. And the only couple people he's defended against is, Jack Swagger, John Morrison, Alex Riley, and Zack Ryder. It's a couple people. And Mason Ryan, I think. But, of all people, John Morrison hasn't won a match in a couple months. He was on a losing streak until 2 weeks ago, I think. And then he won a match against Dolph Ziggler. A non-title match. And now John Laurinaitis, the interim general manager, who, I'm just going to stop right here. Who the hell came up with the idea for the Future Endeavored shirt? If you guys are following me on Twitter, and you can follow me on Twitter at YoungAG21, who came up with the Future Endeavored t-shirt? That's my latest tweet, the Future Endeavored t-shirt. And my tweet says, this is how desperate WWE is to make new merchandise. Anyways, back to the predictions. But Ziggler and Morrison, U.S. title. I can see why they'd want to give the title to Morrison, because Ziggler has had it forever. But I can also see why they wouldn't give it to Morrison, because Morrison has been on a losing streak, and he's only won one match on Raw. Thank you very much. So, I could see it both ways. I don't really know what my prediction is for this match, because it could go both ways. And then we have Team Orton versus Team Barrett. Let me go down the list of guys that are on each team. Team Orton, Randy Orton, of course. Sheamus, Sin Cara, Kofi Kingston, and Mason Ryan. Pretty strong team. Team Barrett, Wade Barrett, Jack Swagger, Dolph Ziggler, Cody Rhodes, Hunico. This match is sizing up to be a very good match. They're giving a lot of momentum to Team Barrett. I mean, I think they only had one loss this last Monday when Randy Orton went over Wade Barrett. But other than that, that past SmackDown, that was a good match between Wade Barrett and Randy Orton. That was a good match. I'm glad they put Wade Barrett over. And they won clean. And he won clean. And then Cody Rhodes and Hunico beat, I think it was, I forgot who it was, but it was Kofi Kingston, I think Sin Cara, I think, on Raw, and they won that match. So Team Barrett has a lot of momentum going into this match. And, I think Sheamus faced Jack Swagger. I think Sheamus went over in that match. But other than that, I'm praying that Team Barrett wins this match. I'm starting to really like what they're doing with Wade Barrett. The whole Barrett barrage and how he's going to take over and everything. I really like that. So I'm looking for Team Barrett to win this match. So then you have Mark Henry versus Big Show in the world title match. How much longer can you have Mark Henry as the world champion, really? He beat Randy Orton at Night of Champions. He beat Randy Orton at Hell in a Cell. He beat well, it was a disqualification, but he won he's still the champ at Vengeance. How much longer can you keep him as a champion? I see Big Show going over. These matches that I see, I can just see, okay, how many months has he held the title? He's gonna have to lose the title sooner or later. He's had it for, I don't know. He's had it since Night of Champions. It's a pretty good. That's a pretty good title run, I have to say, for Mark Henry. For a first title run, that's a pretty good title run. I have to see Big Show going over in this match. I'm not really keeping up with SmackDown unless they're having Wade Barrett against Randy Orton. That's a match I'm intrigued to see. Other than that, I just see Big Show going over because how much longer can they have Mark Henry as the champion? It just doesn't make sense. And then you have Del Rio versus CM Punk, WWE title. I see Punk winning. Okay? I see him winning because they're not doing really anything with him. They just left him. After they said that The Rock was going to come back at Survivor Series, they just left him. They just left him. Like, seriously, you have this guy, you have a great feud in the summer at Money in the Bank. You have him win the WWE title. That shocked us. I'm pretty sure that shocked a lot of people. Comes back, fights John Cena at SummerSlam, wins at SummerSlam, gets screwed out of the title by Kevin Nash, loses the title to Del Rio, and then he goes into this feud with Kevin Nash and Triple H, and he faces Triple H at Night of Champions, which was a good match, by the way. And then you just put him, you say, okay, now Triple H is not going to wrestle that much anymore. So you take Punk, here's Del Rio and Cena going into Hell in a Cell. You put Punk into that, you make a triple threat match out of it. You make Punk look very crappy in that match, by the way. And then you have him lose that match. And then at Vengeance, you team him up with Triple H to face Awesome Truth, and then they lose that match because of the interference of Kevin Nash. Do you see my point here? They're not doing much with CM Punk. I'm pretty sure after, I don't know, I can't really pinpoint where he lost a lot of his mojo, I could say, if I could say that, mojo. But he was starting to lose a lot of it. This guy is someone we all want to see. This guy is someone that is true. He speaks his mind. That's something we like. He's a great wrestler, tremendous wrestler. Great in the ring, great on the microphone, great on commentary. He could do it all. But they're not using him as they should. I see Punk going over just because I want him to win the WWE title. And Del Rio, oh, I can't. I called it. I swear to God, I called it. WrestleMania 27, called it. Del Rio would not make a strong champion. He hasn't been a strong champion. Alright, I'll give him he's good in the ring. Alright, I'll give him that. But his character and his title picture, I don't see it. I don't see it. He's a very crappy champion. I don't see him as a very credible champion. In my eyes, he's not a credible champion. He hasn't been. That's why I didn't see him going over Edge at WrestleMania 27. And a lot of people said I was wrong, that, oh, Del Rio was going to win. Oh. I was like, no. Del Rio is not going to win. Edge is going to go over. And what happened? Edge went over. Del Rio lost the match. Del Rio went on to face Christian at Extreme Rules. He lost then. Del Rio does not make a very credible champion. He won Money in the Bank. He cashed in at SummerSlam. Still, not a very credible champion. He lost the title to John Cena at Night of Champions. Very not a credible champion. Wins it back at Hell in a Cell. And I really don't like Del Rio as champion. I really don't. His character sucks. His microphone skills, I think, suck. He just sucks. Okay, this whole Del Rio character sucks. I don't like it. They need to do something with him. They need to do something different with him. I'm tired of this whole Mexican aristocrat stuff. Right, I'm tired of it. It's getting old, it's getting stupid, and he's not a very credible champion. And if he goes over Punk in this match, what are they going to do with Punk? How are they going to build up Del Rio to be actually a credible champion? I just don't see it. I just don't see Del Rio going over in this match. I see Punk winning this match. And then you have the main event, which is probably going to be the main event, Rock and Cena versus the Awesome Truth. Now, a lot of people are going to say that Rock and Cena are going to win. I even chose them to win. Look, you can see right there. Winning. But I could also see Awesome Truth winning. They win over Triple H and CM Punk at Vengeance. They're looking very popular and formidable as a tag team. But then I can also see why they'd want The Rock and Cena to go over. The only way I see Cena and Rock losing is if one of their egos gets in the way. Maybe The Rock will screw John Cena and Rock bottom him and then leave. Or Cena will give The Rock an attitude adjustment and leave. It could go either way. Other than that, I see Rock and Cena winning. So really, we only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 matches on this card. Now, matches could go on for a long time, but the only couple matches that I really want to see is maybe Del Rio versus Punk, Team Orton versus Team Barrett, and The Rock and John Cena versus the Awesome Truth. Those are the only matches I really want to see. Other than that, I don't want to see Ziggler versus Morrison. I don't want to see Beth Phoenix versus Eve. And I don't want to see The Big Show and Mark Henry fight again. That is my Survivor Series predictions. Hope you liked it. Put your Survivor Series predictions down below if you feel like it. Subscribe up above if you haven't already. Like this video. Again, leave a comment on your thoughts on Survivor Series. Which match are you most looking forward to? And, yep. Peace out, people.